Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining Tony and I tonight. We have an amazing artist from the UK. Hi, Faye.
Hiya.
I am so
Hey,
excited. This is an honor to
we
meet
got
you.
someone from across the pond. She's across the pond.
Yes.
It's a big old pond, isn't it?
That's how they say
How
it,
are you?
right? It's across the pond.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, across the pond. Yeah, yeah. We're just our COVID restrictions have just been lifted slightly as of yesterday. So I'm a little bit hungover because the first thing us English do if we're allowed out is go and get drunk.
That's the first thing I would do.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Doing all
So, what are your
that.
restrictions over there?
So now I think we can meet outside with people. We were in like complete lockdown. We weren't allowed to meet anyone at all outside. So now we can go in people's gardens and but there's no restaurants, pubs or anything open still. They're open in April, I think. So yeah, well, you can just go out for walks. I actually went around my sister's house, which I wasn't meant to, but that's all right. You won't tell the government. Oh yeah.
That's your family.
True.
So, Faye, I am
Yeah.
so curious about you and your history with music. What age did you start? Tell me about yourself.
So it's weird, really. So I just sang one day in the car with my mum. I think Whitney Houston was on, I Will Always Love You. And I must have been about 10 years old and I was belting it out like you do as a kid. And then my mum was like, you can sing. And then that's when I just started singing. And then one day, I think when I was about 15, this girl laughed at me when I sang. So then I didn't sing ever again until I was like 24. And then went for a nasty breakup with my daughter's dad. And then I started writing at 24 because I couldn't write before. I tried. I always wanted to, but I couldn't. And then, yeah, it's just sort of progressed from there. And then I started recording songs on my phone from YouTube and stuff. And then, but it was really amateur recording. You know what I mean? Like really, really terrible. So luckily, lockdown, I come across BandLab, and then I can make stuff properly. And I've just sort of progressed from there. Really, I've been on here a year in May, I think, roughly. So that's pretty much the extent of my musical history that way.
Wow. So, you've had a journey
It's
on
funny
and
how
off
how
where,
many people we get. We get a lot of people who have been on for just about a year and a half,
yeah,
which is how much time I've been on too. Go figure. Seems like
It's
everybody
weird,
we
the
have is
lockdown.
gotten on around the same time.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right before the
because
lockdown.
because I went looking for it. It's not well advertised, is it, BandLab? It's not like it's all over Facebook.
No,
Oh, click
no.
here to make
You got to
music.
stumble on
And
it.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
You either
Yeah.
stumble on it or you're looking for Cakewalk. I found it because I was looking for Cakewalk, and
So I
they
didn't even
now
know what
own
that
it.
was.
So if you want Cakewalk,
Oh, okay.
yeah, Cakewalk's a great recorder for your computer. But
Oh,
they give you
okay.
everything you need right on the phone. So a lot of people
Yeah.
really just jump on and use their phones.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can create in like 4 hours, isn't it? Off your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I second that.
it brings the musician out. It brings the musician out in a lot of people. I mean,
Mhm.
a lot of people who would normally not try to write or do something with music, but they have that music inclination. I think it's really helpful for that.
Yeah,
It is.
definitely. I was saying to someone the other day, I said it's going to, once all COVID stuff is all finished and someone like recording companies stumble across BandLab, some of the talent that's going to come out there is going to be ridiculous, isn't it? Because it's
It
all
is.
Yeah.
natural. It's not, created by them. It's all natural talent.
I think it's the
You know?
new place that talent scouts and studios, engineers, and record companies. This is the new place where they're going to go look.
Yeah.
Up till now, they were starting to hit YouTube and find the YouTube artists. But when you have a music platform like this and it's filled with musicians, BandLab really is more about musicians than music fans. You have music fans, but it's really more about being with your peers and finding people to collaborate with and things like that. I think the studios are going to go look there to find their talent in the future.
Yeah, they should, because it's packed with it, isn't it? Absolutely packed with it. And I
Makes
have
sense.
so like a couple of friends that say like, oh, why have I not got many fans and stuff? I said, everyone on this app is an artist. They're not your fan. Do you know what I mean? We're all in the
They're
same
your
boat.
peers.
We all the same thing. Yeah, exactly. No one's below you. Everyone's an artist. If you know what I mean. Not the fans.
Kind of nice.
It is.
I go on Facebook. I don't know what the hell I am there or who the hell I'm around.
Yeah.
At least on Man Lab, I know.
I love it. And I love your voice. So don't ever quit again, okay?
I won't. No, this is
No
definitely
quitting now.
built my confidence. It's nice that, because like your family and stuff, they're like, yeah, it's really good, but they know you, don't they? So it's not the same, is it? As a stranger listening to music and being like, oh yeah, this is well good. Like it's different, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
I can't get
and
my
you
family
have a
to
way
listen.
of
They heard me all their life.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, it's boring for them, doesn't it?
They're like, oh,
Yeah.
another song.
Yeah. So true as well. I was speaking to my mum the other day. I thought, oh, I've done a song today. She's like, oh, send it to me later. I'm a little bit busy. All right, cheers.
Yeah. It's almost like, do you have 5 minutes to listen to 2 minutes?
Yeah, precisely.
I will, but you got to give me a minute.
Yeah. Mentally prepare myself for your voice again.
Or what story you're going to tell this time.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your song England.
Oh, okay. So I chose that one for the show because it's really English, and I thought it's got to be on there, right? If you're talking to me. So that one it's about lockdown, obviously. A lot of swearing. Do you have swear? Are you allowed to swear on here?
You're good.
Okay,
I
good.
hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to be in trouble.
I was going to say, don't play that song if you don't. Don't play anyway.
Well, thank you for the warning. Kids, cover your ears.
Yes.
Cover your ears. Angified being rude again. Yeah, it's just about lockdown, and I love punk music. I love rock. I love all music. There's no genre of music I don't like. But I've always wanted to be able to do punk because I love screamo as well. I can't do it at all. It ruins my voice for weeks, even if I try. But there's this girl
you
punk
have to be careful
band.
with that.
Yeah. I don't even. I think no, I won't try. I'll just shout instead. I do a lot of shouting, so that's good. But,
Sometimes that works too.
Yeah, that works. Just to ruin your achievement reference. There's a band called Girlwood. They're not well known, I don't think. Their lyrics are obscene and they just shout loads of stuff. Like, I think one of their songs is bisexual, so it's like you say you're bisexual or I want to be your boyfriend. Do you know what I mean? It's lyrics like that. I think that's really amazing. And I thought I want to do something like that. So then that's when the This is England or whatever I called it. What did I call it again? England 2020.
England 2020, yes.
That's the hangover talking. But yeah, so I just wanted to do like a Sex Pistols type shouty thing where you can just release all your rage. That's what that song's about.
And that's fitting for an England's. England is that sound sometimes, you know. A lot of punk and that kind of aggressive rock. England's always been feeding us that.
Yeah, exactly.
Every couple of decades,
and that's,
you get a nice punk scene that comes out of England.
It's the best scene as well, isn't it? It's the real middle finger up to the world. I don't give a fuck anymore. I just scream.
Exactly. From what I hear, everybody who's lucky enough to be part of it.
You're cute. You're making my cheeks hurt. Let's go ahead and listen to England 2020. That was so awesome. I
I didn't hear
love
any
that.
swearing.
Me
I
neither.
didn't hear any swearing.
That sounds like English to me.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what you get when you come over
English
here.
for England.
Yeah. People don't greet you with hello, they greet you with fuck you.
I love that. Who was playing that with you?
Oh, I think I got it off of YouTube. I think that's where I get most of my instrumentals is from YouTube. Just hours of scrolling and being like, oh, this one's good. Usually, or I sometimes make my own beats from BandLab occasionally. But yeah, mainly YouTube.
That's awesome. You seem to pick them because you nailed
Yeah.
them. That one had over 2,000 plays.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Punk is popular. There's a lot of punk heads on BandLab. That sound is very popular over on the lab.
Yeah,
I hear
I see some.
I hear a lot of rockers who shift back and forth between rock and punk.
Yeah.
We seem to have had a couple of them in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
There's a pen there, I've forgotten his name now. Which this is why I was gonna down so I could help like plug people maybe. But this guy, I think his name's Bradley. He does rock. He's in Cry Little Sister, that song from the vampire film from the 80s.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Wasn't it the Lost Boys?
That's it.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
the main song that Cry
great.
Little Sister.
I've had a couple people request that. Yeah, I've had a couple people request that one. It's a very popular movie song.
Yeah. But yeah, he does it. So I actually like his version more than the original now, which is really naughty, but I actually do because he's made it a bit heavier.
I know, but it happens. I can't tell you how many times I find a new version of a song now on BandLab, and I'm like, oh my God, I know it's sacrilegious, but this is better. This is better than what I originally heard.
Yeah.
Don't tell the music gods, but it is. Yeah, no, I agree.
How about your song Forever? Can you tell me more about
Yeah.
that piece?
Oh, that was done for Valentine's Day, I think. And I love spoken poetry as well, because I started off writing poetry before I could put my actual words to songs. So I've got tons of poetry on like Wattpad and stuff. And I actually wrote that randomly. Just I found a tune and then just started. I sort of wrote as I was speaking it, if you know what I mean. And I
Yes.
really wanted it to feel intense, like right. This is going to be so sad, but like Bella and Edward, like their intense connection and love. And like those sort of films, I really wanted it that intense. And I mean, we all feel it when we first sort of fall in love with someone, don't we? In a way, we would never say it because we'd sound like complete weirdos. But like, I'm completely obsessed with you. But you wouldn't say that, obviously. But that's how it feels in
You
the
shouldn't.
film, doesn't it? And no, you definitely shouldn't. Going to prison. But that's what I wanted to put across, was like, when in a film they can project that sort of passion. So yeah, that was what that was about, really. And then I went into a bit of a song. I didn't have much of a song, I don't think, but I sometimes cringe at myself when I listen back to it, because it's just me talking. Like, oh, you try and get the confidence for these things, for these feelings, don't you? And then you listen back and you think, oh God, do I just sound like a complete creep?
We're all our worst critics. But you've got a gorgeous
Yeah.
voice, and I
Thank
love
you.
your writings.
Oh, thank you very much. That means a lot to me, because
So,
it's my writing
and
that I really care about.
and when you speak your words over the music, sometimes it makes more of an impact than when you sing it.
I agree with you, definitely, because
It's all about presentation.
Yeah.
if you read someone's lyrics while you're listening to them sing or rap them, it just makes so much more sense, doesn't it? So to speak the lyrics, then it is like reading it and listening to it at the same time, isn't it? It does have, especially if you've got something that you're really proud of that you've written, and you really want someone to hear what you've written, then speaking it makes more sense than singing it, doesn't
Absolutely.
And I've heard a lot of poetry put on top of music, especially lately.
Yeah.
Like in the last couple of months, I've come across musicians who specialize in it. And, in this age with ebooks and everything else, this is kind of another way of performing in some cases. And I say, experiment and explore more of these types of presentations of a message and storytelling, because it all works.
it? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And you can mix the two, can't you? If you want it to be song form, like what I've done with this, is you can speak and then sing. But then
look at a lot of the rap. Look at a lot of the rap that's out there. They mix it up. You have half of it rapping, half of it singing, one coming from a female voice, another coming from male. That's how you keep things interesting and experimental.
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than a boring song, is there?
or getting stuck in a constant creative rut. If you're always doing the same thing, even if you're writing the best music in the world, if you keep doing the same thing, you're eventually going to get bored with your own 100%. Stuff.
Yeah, because I always seem to slip into the R&B sort of love song thing, and I have to suck myself out of it. And I've done that recently, and I've now started doing some weird. I've got a couple of things in projects, and they're really weird. And because there's this girl from Russia, and she kind of screams her music. She'll like whisper it for a really heavy bass, deep beat, and then she'll scream the rest of it, and like, oh, it's so good. So I've tried to take some of that from inspiration as well, just so I'm not samey, like just there. Like, get bored, don't you? If you expect the same thing from an artist, you think, oh, another love song, great.
That's an interesting exercise for a singer to challenge themselves. Scream a whispering part and whisper a screaming part. Doing that kind of stuff helps to practice dynamics in how you present your message, because sometimes a whispering part should be screamed and vice versa.
Mhm. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, good idea.
It can produce a unique sound. You know, the
Yeah, and
listener
that's what we're all
starts
going
thinking like,
for.
wait a minute, I should be hearing something really loud, yet it's being presented to me quietly.
Yeah, yeah, that does make sense. That's an awesome idea. I'm going to steal it. Do you mind?
No, it's all yours.
Just borrowing it for a little while.
Here,
I'll give it back when
that's
I'm
my idea.
on to my next challenge.
Yeah.
Well, let's
I
go
can't
ahead
wait
and
to hear what you do with it.
yes. And let's go ahead and listen to Forever. I can't wait to hear this.
It's always been you. From the moment that we met, first time we spoke. I knew it then. It's always been you. The butterflies couldn't be controlled. The need to touch you, to be around you, was almost so intense, like taking a drug I never want to come down from. Like being taken so high into the atmosphere that my body just hangs in a content state of satisfaction. My mind blowing in the know that you feel the exact same way as I do. When we're together, nothing else exists apart from each other. A constant glow of passion surrounds our souls, connecting every fibre of our being to become one intimate species. So unique to us that no other human being will ever feel our particular connection. The words I love you don't do justice to what we have. The words haven't yet been created to describe what it is that we feel when we're together. So it's always been you. You've always lived inside me somewhere. Now let's get on with our forever. Forever is not long enough with you. Forever is a lifelong commitment I'm willing to take with you. Don't ever leave me alone, I need your love. Forever is never long enough with you. The need to touch you, to be around you, was almost so intense, like taking a drug I never want to come down from. Don't ever leave me alone, I need your love. So it's always been you. You've always lived inside me somewhere. Now let's get on with our forever.
Wow, that gave me chills.
You like it?
Between you speaking that in the beginning and your harmonies.
Oh yeah. So that one, I made the beat from BandLab on that one, because I just wanted it simple. Because I like to build up the melody with my voice as well. So my voice is like my instrument. Well, it is an instrument.
But you
You
did
know what I mean.
fantastic
Yeah.
there at the end. The way you did your parts, it's very eerie. It was very ominous, but at the same time, going
It's like comforting.
with the theme that you were going with. I heard a heartbeat the whole time. That seems to be a theme this week, because I'm hearing heartbeats in a lot of songs, and I heard the heartbeat through the whole song. Once you brought the music in, I love the spoken intro, and it was like being in your head during that. Yeah. And then you went out with that too. So very slick, coming in like that and going out like that. And during the time when you had the music going with just the beat and your vocal layering, which was more like almost chanting, almost like a ritual going on.
Yeah, that's right.
With your vocals. And then you came back in with the speaking, and it's like I said, it was like being in your head. Very art.
That's a great way.
That's a piece of art.
Thanks. I'm so glad you like it. It's one of my personal.
Very creative.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. But yeah, I'm glad you said about the heartbeat, because I didn't think many people would get that, because it's like you say, the whole experience of that intense feeling of the beginnings of love. It's all in your head and your body, and you feel it everywhere, and that's kind of what I wanted to project. You know what I mean?
Sharing the love. That's why we're here at Heartbeats, Tony.
It fit with what you're saying. Yeah, lots of heartbeats.
Love it. Oh, Faye, can you tell me about Lusting Over You? Because this one, it looks like you did collaborate with others on this one. You collaborated with Threzzy and Red Light 21.
Yeah, so these are my guys. These are like my main men on BandLab. I've known them from like pretty much the start. They've always sort of been my friends on there. So I thought I'd put this. It's like one of my favorite collaborations. It's like one of my favorite songs on there. And it was weird how it come about, because we had a band with just the three of us in there, and you know about BandLab drama. There was some drama going on. So we went away and had our own little band with just the three of us in it. And then I put a hook on this track, and then I just chucked it in the band with the three of us. I was like, do you guys want to jump on this? And then Red Light's like, yep, I'm on it. I'm writing right now. It's mine. And then Breezy went on it as well, obviously. And then, so then it was made. But I thought I'd put that one in there just because those two are like quite a big part of my BandLab experience. And I'm grateful for them. And that's all I'm going to say about them, because they're going to get big heads and they don't need it.
You got to control that.
Gotta control that. Yeah, there's only so much I'm going to say about them too.
Well, I love when you can find the magic where you can find like that hook line, and then somebody else can put something in, but yet at the end it all comes together and makes sense.
Yeah, I think Red Light always says that's his favourite collaboration he's ever been on as well, which makes it even better, right? But it didn't get as much love as we kind of thought it would, but maybe it's just songs are just personal favourites, aren't they? You know, it's just the way it is sometimes, I suppose. But I love this song.
I would never gauge the stuff I love versus the stuff that others love with my stuff. I'm never right about like which ones I think are the hits and which ones are
same here.
You know, fans seem to have a mind of their own.
Definitely, yeah. There's a couple of songs that I'm like, that is rubbish, I'm getting rid of it. And I'll leave it in my project. So I think, oh, do you know what? Who cares? I'll just release it. And then it will do the best out of all of them. I'm like, why are you here? And
turns
I'm
to be
not?
your most popular.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's so
turns
weird.
out to be the most popular.
Yeah. And then I still hear it and think, oh, God, this is crap. Yeah.
I want to hear Lusting Over You. Here we go.
That we have, it is insane. Messages every day, we are unplanned. I can't think of you without a smile on my face. Things that you say what you do when you come through. I am just lusting over you. Lusting over you.
I haven't seen you all day. You texting expensive pics, come over to my place for a little foreplay. I've been feeling couldn't wait to stretch you out the long way. Or you on your thighs, you got that gleam in your eyes. It's not a surprise, you're sweeter than cherry pie. You've been dripping and tripping for me to come and get inside. Sit back and laugh, baby girl, blow hard on this gas. Run my tongue on your nipples while I'm gripping tight on your ass. You know good things don't last, so I'll let it pass. You know I want it, give me a sign and I'll be on it. Sexual seduction, intimately lusted. In Brooklyn for the winter with 21 and we cuff. How about them hotel sneaky links? Let me mount you on the sink. Diving in deep splash, baby, you done sprung a leak. Got you wet up like the beach. Let me grip up on your beach. Pushing it deep, got you wetting up the sheet. Little bold peep, I watch. I think you counting sheep. That's a 3-round KO and you out like the street. So I took you from my red. Now you were texting me. Actually, if there's another path for me, baby, could you last with me? I know you loving the nasty. You keep calling me daddy. Got you pinned against the wall. I always knew you were sassy, and you never show your ignorance. You keeping it classy. Lustful days, quick pickups in the back of that taxi. I know you want us up the way. Baby, crock it like Max. You my addiction. I need to rehab off this love. And the Betty for sinner. I'm trying to detox off this lust. Why every time I see you, I'm relaxing on the lust. I gotta get a hold of you. You running through my mind, play me all the time. Did it to your sin. Cycle got me lusting for a grind. Gotta wait for time unless we tying the knot. 50 says a grace, spank you with my cop. Young jock is going down, baby, don't block.
Lust that we have, it is insane. Messages every day, we are on place. But I can't think of you without a smile on my face. Things that you say, calculated and in this place. You know what you do when you come through. I am just lusting over you. Lusting over you.
Think about you in the morning, that's my wake and bake. I'ma hit it slow burn, let me say the taste. Can't explain you're the one I can't stay away from. Bed frame still, keep polishing till it's stainless. Every day still, I'm writing you filling pages. Feel it ain't real sometimes, but I'm not complaining. Mine is vacant most days, may have to get up on a plane. Cross seas vacation, I'm gonna need demonstrations. I wanna see what you're making. For the real, it's not some cheap imitation. It's here for the taking, I know it is. Just take it easy, be patient. Your sunsets in the morning, baby, train's just leaving the station. I wanna see your body shake, then I wanna leave your body shaking. We almost at the end, baby, hold it all in. Wanna see how far you've been before you break. Your body's out this world just like a UFO. Fucking heavens gate, I wanna keep right to your soul. Beautiful and your aura shining truly go. When it's me and you alone, just see the view it's home. Your body's out this world just like a UFO. Fuck a heaven's gate, I wanna keep right to your soul. Beautiful and your aura shining truly go. When it's me and you alone, just see the view it's home.
It's all here for you. My body craves you on a daily. It's all here for you. You're all I think about. The lust that we have, it is insane. Messages every day, we are on place. I can't think of you without a smile on my face. The things that you say, calculated and in this place. You know what you do when you come through. I am just lusting over you. Lusting over you.
That was pretty. All three of you together, like it just really blended very beautifully.
Yeah, they're great
Very
artists.
cool
them
going
two.
out a cappella.
Yeah,
I think I
you
do
don't
that
see that often.
I don't know how else to finish a song, but try and blend it out.
But
Well,
then
it
yeah,
brings
those-
it all together nice there on that one.
Yeah,
You did great
They've
doing the
got-
R&B sound. Like that's a nice mix right there of
Yeah.
three totally different genres that you
Yeah.
smashed each one. And you have the R&B sound for sure because I was
yeah.
like, wow, you got right into the groove. Like your voice fits nice in that sound.
I think that's why I'm always drawn back to it when I'm like creatively a bit blocked. I just sort of fit back into my comfort zone, you know, which is R&B. I don't know. I suppose, well, because I was the teenager.
Oh, it sounds very natural in there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was just meant to be in there.
Mm.
That song was made to be. That was fate right there. The three of you, the way you guys blended all together, and yeah, that was meant to be.
Both sound different as well, don't they? Like Red Light and Breezy, they've both got like quite distinctive sounds. You wouldn't know them if you heard them on certain tracks. So I think that's what made it so good as well, because they are so different.
But they
And
still
it's
sound like they're
fictional.
brothers at the same time. They sound different, but they sound alike in the same. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like they
Yeah, I
could be
know.
related. the way that they were feeding back and forth off of each other, like, you know, like they knew each other forever, and yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
beautiful.
It was great how that song came about. Definitely one of my favourites.
Can you tell me more about the song Over and Over?
I have to remember. I'm so bad with my own songs.
This song is with you, and I believe it's Isaac Duh.
I say it.
Is that how you
Oh
say it?
no!
It has
Yeah.
different characters in it, so
Yeah, I don't think he's in it. I think he just mixed it for me. Hang on. Oh, that's one of my new ones.
your Daft Punk song.
That's why.
So,
I have a tough time with my new ones too. Until they become old ones, it takes me a while to remember them.
Yeah, completely forgot. So I'm most proud of this song just because I think that it's probably my most professional sounding. And this year I've been working on like personality and emotion, and I feel like the emotion in the chorus is just everything in this song. I love this song personally. It's my pinned post as well. And
So you're gonna give me goosebumps again.
I hope so. I hope so. Everyone that's heard it has had good things to say about it, which is nice. But and it, like, the numbers grew quite quick on this one as well, which is good. So
Yeah.
this is a personal fave again that I've done recently.
You had 1.24 thousand plays on this song.
Correctly, and it hasn't been out that long. What, early March? Right?
Yes. March 16th is when you put this out. That is amazing. No.
That's probably the best I've done so far, numbers wise. I'm not usually too worried about numbers, if I'm honest. I don't make music for music, but it is nice when you get feedback like that, isn't it?
Yeah, when it's good, the numbers add up when it's good over time.
True.
And it verifies you can never quit again.
Yeah, don't quit.
You'll have a lot of upset fans. I'm included. Let's go ahead and listen to Over and Over.
I don't think I can trust you. Something's not quite right. Anything that to you is taking in your stride. Everything I say ignites a curiosity inside me. Some things I just can't believe. Anything you do makes me second guess if any of it's true. trust you so bad. I wanna trust you and trust you and trust you. Over and over again, you get it right and there is no such thing. I do not trust anything. You must just lie to get everything. Over and over again, you get it right and there is no such thing. I do not trust anything. You must just lie to get everything.
Oh, that was really cool. I love to hear those growls come out. You had so many
Yeah.
different. Your pan-genre. I love it.
I think that's my
That
favorite
one.
one so far. That's my
it's
favorite
good,
one
right?
so far. Yeah.
It's my
Yeah.
favourite too.
And I
And I
can
hate. Yeah, go on.
Well, I can see why it would be popular, because you've got two different sounds that you have going on there. You got your soft, silky, smooth sound that you're doing through the verses, and then the way you change your attitude to go in the chorus. That kind of contrast, especially when it's done to good music like that, always makes for really cool songs. These are the ones that like people like to be taken on that kind of roller coaster, and your verses are very safe and like I said, silky smooth feeling. I feel like, I've been calmed down, and then all of a sudden over and over again, like I just keep going back into the loop. It's effective. It's effective
Yeah,
visualization of the sound.
because that's what music's all about. Is that I want to make you feel stuff. I want you to get really fucking angry on the chorus. Do you know what I mean? So then you
Take a
shout it as well,
ride.
over and over again. Yeah, like you just want to go with it, don't you? You know.
And
Yeah, I'm proud
and
of
you
that
lay
one.
down your angry tracks really cool. Like
Yeah, you
you've
did.
got a couple of layers of aggression going on at different levels, and then when you mix all that together into the track like that, it makes for a much more emotional sound in that chorus.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah,
very catchy. Because
yeah,
I'm already hearing the chorus in my head. I
Hey, me
just
too.
finished hearing it,
that's my
and
plan.
now it's
So,
sticking.
to take over the world, I'm going to get into your brain, and you're going to be singing it for years to come.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Exactly.
it.
Oh, my cheeks really
Woman's
hurt.
prerogative, isn't it?
It is. We're aliens.
Yeah.
The true creators come out at night.
Yeah. I like that. Might use
That
that for a
explains
song
why I'm
title.
always up.
Faye, tell me more about progression.
Progression. Oh, I made the beat on this one. And I done a similar thing that I done with the Forever song. Was I used my voice as the instrument to make the melody for what I sing on. Because I love doing that, like the a cappella songs where they make the whole tune with just their voice and then they sing over it.
Yeah.
I love that, but I haven't been able to do that without a beat or something behind me yet. It's something that I want to work on. I tried it once and it was awful. It sounded like cats. It was awful.
Great that you're trying though.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun
That's
to do.
the perfect way to improve your voice. Every singer should at least exercise a little bit in a cappella to understand melody and chord melody, because that's really what it's about. It's about layering down the whole chords of voices.
And you're so right.
You learn how to sing in ways you never knew.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, some of the I've hit recently I haven't known existed. Well, in my vocal
Well, you
vocabulary.
you layer your vocals. You already do know how to do it, because in some of these tracks you layer your vocals in such a way where that's what is done in a cappella. It's just
And also,
it's just understanding what you're actually doing. Sometimes we do something we don't even know we're doing it.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes I'll I'll do something over the beat, say like a chorus. I'll sing the chorus, and then I'll mute the one I've just done, and then I'll do another one, but it'll be different. It'll be in the same timing, it'll be different, and then together they sound awesome. So then that's usually how I get my different tones. I can't listen to the other one while I do it because I'll follow it, so I have to mute it, and then
sometimes that gets in the way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's really helpful. Sometimes, like, you play it back and you think, "Oh God, no, start again." But there's a million different ways.
But it's good to do these exercises.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to do those kinds of exercises. That's how you keep things, fresh and out of the box.
Yeah.
And teaching my 8-year-old to do that too. So we're always singing a cappella, all different kinds of and genre.
She's living a musical at this point.
I am totally.
Frozen.
Angified. Let's listen to your song progression. You ready?
Yeah, ready.
Here we go. Now that one's going to be stuck in my head all day.
It's quite repetitive, but it's because I was working more on all the backing sounds rather than the lyrics, if you know what I mean.
That was good. That's what I was going to comment on. That's what I was going to comment on, because I'm thinking like this must be one of those ones like, where she doesn't like it as much as how cool it really is. And now I understand, because if you thought like the repetitiveness of it is the kind of thing that can sometimes creatively bum me out. And that's why some of my songs, I'm like, oh, it's too simple. It doesn't have that oomph that I really want to try to do. But actually, the way you did your vocal layering in there was just as creative as the way the instrument layering was going. Because at first I was listening to the instruments and the buildup and just a little click snap thing that was going on. All very creative orchestration there. But as I'm going through it and I'm hearing your vocal layers, and some of them were snappy like the instruments, but then you got into those like tribal layers where it was almost like I could hear voices around a fire, like a little tribal sound building up in the background there, and you managed to put that behind all of it and give it that kind of tribal feeling. By the end, I'm thinking like this is something that a village would play together around a giant fire.
Oh yeah, that sounds cool.
I can see that.
The way that you were doing the vocals, the vocals towards the end was almost like a chant. It was almost like, you know, a bunch of villagers chanting together, just the swooping back and forth and kind of carrying the beat along. And that little snapping, like all those little things really do make it super catchy.
Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. I'm quite proud of that one because you're like, I started off with just the, like you say, from Band Lab. Then you build up the beat, don't you? Then I go to the mic and then start putting my hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo through it and all of that. And the
and you had those little hoo-hoos. Were like at one point you had them kind of echoing out, and they were going behind. They went from being in the lead to hiding in the back as you were bringing in other vocal sounds. And again, my mind was just like dancing around in all these layers of instruments and vocals. It's good arrangement.
Oh, cool! Thank you very much. Thank you. It's just I'm not very professional. I just think it sounds good. I'm keeping it.
Sounds professional to me.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fun to experiment as well that way, isn't it? Like we were saying before, like all the different sounds and harmonies and all of that. And then, but that's why I didn't spend too much time on lyrics, because I just I wanted it to be as natural as possible. So as I was listening to everything that I'd just done, I just like went with the first thing that was in my head, which was steady out your heartbeat, let it beat in time. So there's not really anything thought about. It was just sort of the first thing that came into mind and then chucked it on there, basically. So I wanted it to be a real natural. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Yes. You know, Faye, one of my favorite pieces that you had done in November was when art combines. You're free.
Oh, really?
I love this piece. I do. I love this piece. Would you mind if I shared it to close out our show?
Oh, no, of course you can. Yeah, go for it.
Yay! Yay. Can you tell me a little bit about it before? Because, yes, this is Angie's pick because I love this song.
So, this one, it was it Brian's guitar, wasn't it? Is it Brian?
I don't know. It doesn't have anybody on it with you.
Oh, okay. I'm hoping it's the right song. I think it is. So it's so the lyric. What does it say? It's very good.
It says the lyrics might seem random, but it's supposed to be like walking through an art gallery, and each verse is a painting. I hope you can see or even be in the place described. Hashtag November Nation. Oh, yep. Thank you, Brian, for creating this track. I love it.
Yeah. So I booked his guitar. And then, and that's what came in head. Like, I thought it would be nice to be able to, visualize what I'm singing about. And sometimes you do need to explain. It's like poetry, isn't it? If you read a poem and you think, I don't get it. A lot of poems I read and I think, I don't get it. You need to explain it to me. So I thought with something like this, it's better if I explain it because then you might feel it more. Do you know what I mean?
You painted a picture in this one.
Yeah, if it
I
works,
really love this piece.
Oh, awesome. Thanks.
Oh, all right. I'm going to share this piece when art combines. Thank you so much, Faye.
Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Here we go.
But they don't know why. Moon filters in and out of sight. Rolling hills of the greenest grass, wildflowers grow free and fast. Bluest sky and the coldest breeze, animals living wild and free. You're free. Clouds darken to the deepest gray. The rain pours and the waves they spray. Lightning strikes, all the boats explode. Thunder roars, every rumble absorbs. You're free. You're free. Silver stars fly across the sky. Roses picked, but they don't know why. Moon filters in and out of sight. That's me running out of light. Waves roll gentle along the shore. Wind blows on the wings of gold. Sunbeams of a shining stars, long wave of love and cold. You're free. You're free.
I love that. Make sure you go ahead and you look for Faye at Fabian Greenhouse on BandLab. I can't wait to hear what you come out with next. Thank you so much, Faye.
Thank you so much for having me. It was really nice talking to you guys.
This has been
Really.
great.
And thank you for
Great to
making me
talk to you
sound more musically intelligent than I actually am.
Oh, you're
Oh,
amazing.
You sound very intelligent. It's in your
Thank you.
sound. Great
That's
work.
awesome.
Good night, everyone.
See you later, guys. Bye.